right, it's time to dig a little deeper into creating assignments. We're going to look at some options, how to add them to class pages, and some best practices. So let's first get started by just taking a look at our assignment tab and know that we can add an assignment. Now assignments can be anything. It can be read chapter 1, where there is no tracking of information, just something that you are assigning your students to do. And this is actually how I used it. I put everything in as an assignment that they were expected to do. So we are going to create an assignment, but we're going to create one that actually has something that they are required to hand back in. So we're going to do a practice assignment. We talked about this in a different video. And we're going to have them write a paragraph about their summer. Tell me 3 interesting things that you did. All right, we can put any information in here. Then we can put a due date in. Now remember that putting this due date in will display this assignment on the calendar. So I want this to be due on the 15th. The grading period is automatically dropped in there because we assigned a schedule. Now here are some options that you need to be familiar with. Show in Dropbox means there is a Dropbox attached to this assignment where students can upload their work, whether it be a file, an image, a document. So if they do not need to upload something into the Dropbox, if they are just verifying, answering questions, or this is a task that you want them to complete, then you will not need a Dropbox and you would just deselect that. If you want them to upload to a Dropbox, then you would add that to it and keep it so that they can actually upload a file. You can create a gradebook entry or not. So if I just want to tell them to read chapters 3 through 5, then that wouldn't be something that I would necessarily have a gradebook entry for. But if I am giving them a grade for this, then I can create the gradebook entry, select which category this needs to go in, daily assignments, tests, attendance, or something else, and then the number of points. Now a 100-point system is far easier to work with than anything else. So if you use those and then weight your categories, then it will be much easier for students to track and for you to keep up with. And then you have an option to show in an assignment block. So if you have an assignment block somewhere, this is assignments for week 1, there's already an assignment block created, so I could choose to display it and then it will show it on that page right here, the week 1, August 11th through 15th page. If I am not ready to put that in an assignment block yet, then I'm just going to leave that off. Right now I'm just creating the assignment. Now it's very important to remember that immediately upon creation, students can see and interact with assignments. There is not a way to have a draft of assignments to work on them where students can't see it. And there's not a way to block them or restrict access like you can with assessments. So one solution to this is to have a staging classroom. Now that's a separate video. You can watch that to determine whether that's something that you need or not. But it is important to remember that assignments are visible to students and they can actually hand things in or see the assignment as soon as it's created. So for this one I'm going to say not to choose the assignment because I want to create an assignment block on the page in just a minute. I can attach a file if there is a file that I want to go with it, a map or additional instructions, and then I can save. So I have a new assignment created that has a Dropbox attached, and I can always go in and edit it. It's telling me that there are 23 unsubmitted and 23 ungraded. So this is a way that I can keep track of how many students have handed things in or are still left to hand things in, and how many I've actually already graded. So let's go and add an assignment block to our page and pull in. Let's go to week 1. We're going to create an assignment block. Actually, there's already an assignment block created for week 1 that has an assignment in it. So let's go to another page and create a new assignment block so you can see how that works. Now I can edit the other assignment block that was on that page. I can have 1 or I can have 100 assignments showing in that block. With assessment blocks you can only have 1 per, but with assignment blocks you can have as many as you'd like. So we're going to jump over here to the Connect and Assess tab. We're going to create an assignment block. So we're going to say this is the weekly assignments. And then I can select where I want it to be. I want this one to be over in the important area. And now if I wanted to, I could actually create my assignment from here. So I could have started here, created the assignment, and it would still take me through the same process we just went through from the assignment tab. And it would be in both places. So you can start it either place, but I want to search existing because I want to add the practice assignment that we just created. So you see I could have all of my assignments displaying here, or I can just have the one. So I'm going to click Next. We now have an assignment block that has an assignment in it. I can put additional information. Be sure to read the instructions, or any other information that they might need about it. And then I save. And here they have the information. They can interact with it. They can go directly to the Dropbox from the assignment on the class page. If I need to edit it, remember there are always managing that you can do. I can edit it and say, you know, maybe I do want to go ahead and add another assignment to this. So I can add another assignment and save my changes, and now you'll see that there's 2 assignments in this block. So the assignments are in 2 different places. Now this one is actually due July 7th, and that's the one, remember, that is visible on our calendar right here. So all of the assignments as you create them, regardless of whether you create them from the page view or whether you create them from the assignment tab, will display in all of the places that you need them to.